What's up, everybody? Do you speak the language of Newspeak? That's our question today. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Pastor Matt. I am the pastor of Gospel Fellowship Presbyterian Church. Gospel Fellowship PCA is a Bible-believing church. We love Jesus. We're on a mission to share the good news of the gospel with the world, and we're just north of Pittsburgh. So if you're looking for a church like that, we would love to have you. Also a contributor to Modern Reformation, their online forum, The Mod. So the question today is, do you speak the language of Newspeak? Well, let me explain a little bit what I mean by that. A couple days ago, I reviewed this incredible book, 1984, one of the great classics of all time. And one of the subplots running through the book is the creation of the 11th edition of the Dictionary of Newspeak. Now, what is Newspeak? Well, it's pretty important because as part of Big Brother's attempt to control the populace, known as the proles or the proletariat, one of the things they want to do is to control and manipulate language so as to try to get people to think exactly the same. Now, I happened to read this tweet just this morning. I was on Twitter. This is an actual tweet from the United Nations official Twitter account. I have no idea why it popped up in my feed because I don't follow them. But listen to this. It says, "What you say matters. Help create a more equal world by using gender-neutral language if you're unsure about someone's gender or are referring to a group." And then it gives a number of examples. Here they are. Don't use the word policeman anymore. Use police officer. Don't use the word landlord. Use the word owner. Don't use boyfriend or girlfriend, use the word partner. And then, most egregious of all, don't use the words husband or wife, just use the word spouse. Very interesting. And as soon as I saw that, I thought to myself, well, my goodness, there it is, right out of the playbook of 1984, Big Brother's attempt to control the masses through the use of language. And so one of the things that Orwell talks about in this incredible book, and I'll put a link to this book in the description below so you can get it, is this idea of Newspeak. And basically, here's how Newspeak works. Newspeak is not a new language. It's the reduction of language. It's the narrowing of the scope of possible verbal combinations. Most of Newspeak is throwing out words that are no longer necessary to form helpful human communication. And so why would you need the word bad if you could just simply say ungood? Things like that. And he gives a whole example of this in the appendix to the book 1984. So here's the idea here. What is this Newspeak about? Well, if you can reduce the combination of words in any particular language, then what you can do with that is you can reduce the possible number of thoughts that a person could have. And therein is the big idea. The smaller of a vocabulary a language might have, the less possible ways you might be able to think through any given particular situation. And so that's the idea. That's the way Big Brother and the state is going to control human thought, is through this reduction of language. If you reduce the words, you reduce the thought. If you reduce the thought, get this, you can reduce dissent. Aha, there's the key. And if you reduce dissent, then what you can do is you can more easily manipulate people so that they begin to see things in that one monolithic way. And there's the big idea. Whenever you're going to try to control a massive amount of people, the more simple you can get them to think, the more reduced, the narrower the scope of their possible range of ideas, the more easily they are, therefore, to be manipulated and to be controlled. So watch out for Newspeak. If you happen to see anything like this, boy, that is not a good trend, and we know we're going to see it because it's already happening. If you're interested in the book 1984, I did a review in my previous video. Go check that out. But I will post a link directly to Amazon so you can hop over there and get that. Learn all about ThoughtCrime, the Thought Police. Learn all about the Newspeak 11th edition of the Dictionary of Acceptable Terminology. And perhaps it might make us a little bit wiser to what is happening in our day and time. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Love you lots. And check you later.